Welcome to McNeese State University and Fraser Memorial Library. I'm Barbie, one of your librarians here. This video will give you an introduction to scholarly versus non-scholarly sources. As a college student, you will quickly discover that when using periodicals for research, it is important to know the difference between scholarly and non-scholarly or popular periodicals. Scholarly periodicals are known as journals, while non-scholarly popular periodicals are known as magazines. The sources of information that you use for your papers and projects in your classes will be evaluated by your professors, so it is necessary to evaluate the authority of your sources before using them. Scholarly periodicals are considered scholarly because their articles are written by experts. Most scholarly articles are then evaluated by other experts before being published in a process called peer review. Periodicals that require this process for articles are also called peer-reviewed journals. You will want to use scholarly periodicals as much as possible because they are considered authoritative. If you are able to see the print copies of periodicals, it can be easy to distinguish between magazines and journals. Magazines usually have flashy covers and lots of advertisement inside, while journals' covers are usually plain and contain few or no advertisements. If you find a periodical in a grocery store, it is most likely a magazine. Journals are usually bought directly from the publisher. You should be aware that newspapers are also considered popular periodicals. If you find an article online, however, this distinction can be much trickier to make. Here are some things to look for in a scholarly article. First, you should look for the credentials such as a PhD or affiliation with a university after the author's name. The article should contain an abstract which summarizes the main points of the article. There will also be footnotes and a bibliography at the end of the article, listing the author's sources of information. This allows the reader to consult and verify the materials the author used. The length of the article is useful to look at as well. Popular articles are usually brief, 1 to 5 pages, whereas scholarly articles are much longer. Lastly, you should know that there are some gray areas when deciding if an article is scholarly or not. So if you have any questions about whether you should use an article for a paper or project, you should consult your professor. This concludes the brief introduction about the difference between scholarly and non-scholarly sources. If you ever find that you need assistance with any of the resources discussed here, please consult a librarian. Thank you and have a great semester.